Hello, everybody, and welcome back. It's been a little while. It's been a little while. And I apologize for that. On Easter, I gave myself a food coma. I was just unable to, I got home, and I didn't feel good. I ate too much, man. Too much lasagna, too much ham, too much giant muffin. So, yeah, I was pretty much donezo's. So I opted not to record simply because, I laid down to kind of like gather myself, and I never got back up. That's a dragon right there. It's a couple of dragons in that water. It's dragons in the water. Watch yourself, buddy. Alright, we got the dragon barrel, man. So now we can go to the Rock View balcony again. We go back to this place. We're gonna try and pay Radahn a visit. But yeah, and then as the week progressed, like I got my car running, so I was super excited about that. I drove it to work one day. I drove it to work the next day, because of course I did. And then the brakes went out, because of course they did. So, we deal with that. There is a distinctive plan in motion to get that sorted, because I don't want to work on it in that parking lot. Nobody does. So, but yeah, that's kind of where I've been. Just dealing with po people problems, really. The struggles of not being able to afford a better car. But that's fine, It is what it is. I love my little piece of shit, to be honest. So right now, we're just kind of like, checking out Kaled. I'm apparently in combat with something. I don't know what. So we'll go ahead and just get whatever it is to fuck off. So basically, we're just going to ride down along this road. See if we can find the map for this area. We're going to try and disregard as many of these centipede fakes. Stupid peepers as possible. Because they are the worst. Until you get to a point where you can make quick work of them. There's a dungeon down over there somewhere. I think we might have actually done that dungeon. No. I have. Just apparently not with you guys on this character. There is a dungeon down there. I don't remember what's in the dungeon down there. But yeah, following along this road, we should ultimately end up finding the map section for this area. We got a Grace right here. We got a rotten dragon over here too. So we're gonna try and disregard him a little bit. Because he's just taking a nap. Look at him. He's just over there taking a big nap. So like, why disturb him from his nap so that he can breathe his goop on us? No, not interested. No sir. Thanks, but no thanks. All right, so now we've got the map of Caelid. There's a merchant right there. Let's see what he sells. See if he sells anything we need immediately. These are nice to get. Rapone arrows and Rapone bolts are great. Holy shit. Wow. Wowee. I got hit by a yawn. I just woke up and this is the first thing I'm doing, so, yeah. We're not buying any of that shit, though. We got places to be, things to do, people to kill. Now, as I understand it, right, as I understand it, the trigger for the Radahn Festival, which needs to be active in order to be able to fight Radahn, as I understand it, is going to the Altus Plateau. Now, we've done this in order to get our, you know, our Crimson Flask upgraded a bit more. Because it's quick and easy, you know. So, in theory, over here, this portal should take us straight to where we want to go. There's a site of grace right here that will activate. These guys are all, you know, fighting and shit. Is there? I think I saw an item over here. So let's check that out. I did. Sweet, 6 mushrooms, bro. Shrooms, bro. So let's see what we got going on in here. It is definitely Radahn Festival time. Hell yeah. Now, during the Radahn Festival, you can kind of bypass the whole dungeon of this area. But not during the Radahn Festival. You've got to do it. Now, I don't know exactly what triggers the proper end of the Radahn Festival in the sense that this place goes back to normal. The obvious end of the Radahn Festival is killing Radahn. But, yeah. So we've got a few friends here. You know. So we'll talk to them. But first...
of war, the Radahn Festival!
Hell yeah.
Ah, if it isn't a tarnished warrior. I am the warrior Jar, Iron Fist Alexander. The pleasure is mine. Do you know for whom this festival is being held?
Did we not rescue Alexander before?
It is none other than General Radahn himself. To think, I could face a great champion of the Shattering, a demigod in the flesh. Oh, God. In truth, I quiver at the thought. Such is his frightful repute. But the fear simply assures me the ordeal is worth undertaking. Be sure to get a good vantage, my friend. I, Iron Fist Alexander, do hereby vow to unflinchingly brave this ordeal. Be sure to get
All right. I won't lie.
Long time. Seems we're fated to keep crossing paths. Now, we find ourselves at a festival of combat, pitted against Radahn, once the strongest of the demigods. The way ahead is pleasingly simple. A path forged by sword and fang. Nothing to do but wait until the festival begins.
So, like, these three you can summon, right? But you can also summon our boy Leonard here. I think his name's like Torville or something, but you can summon him. You've got Okina over here, whom we can summon. Like, you'll see. You can summon all of them at the same time. I believe you can even summon our boy up here, our knockoff Gale.
Are you good and prepared, young chum? The festival begins.
Before we
a great
begin,
cutscene.
allow me to paint you the full picture.
Notice that Radahn has no
General
feet.
Radahn is cursed ever to wander. Eaten from the inside by Melania's scarlet rot, his wits are long gone. Now he gathers the corpses of former friends and foes alike, gorging on them like a dog. Howling at the sky.
But now, we must make merry. Oh, gathering of champions! The revels begin! The celebration of war! The Radahn Festival!
Ah, the Flamberge. What a wonderful weapon.
You will find the field of battle past the church ahead, upon the shore under the fort. General Radahn is there, even now, divested of his wits, devouring corpses, and howling at the sky.
So this is technically a gimmick boss, right? You can do it the old-fashioned way, and I mean it's hard, but there is a gimmick to it, right? And now you can take advantage of the gimmick if you've got friends, but it's certainly easier to do so by yourself, because if you've got your friends summoned, you cannot ride your horse. Now, riding your horse is useful here. This is one of those boss fights where you can ride your horse, and you just might appreciate the mobility. You just might. I do not think that you could do Spirit Ashes in this boss fight, though. So you kind of see what's going on here. You're summoning in people, and basically the whole idea is that you're going to throw them at Radahn. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do our ride-bys here and there. And try and get some hits. And Patches, we got Patches to join us for a minute. The idea is really simple. With the getting up for 8 million years. So the idea of the fight is really, really simple, though. Right? So you basically, the whole idea is that General Radahn was this great general, right? And he was super, super powerful. And now he's a shell of his former self, but he is still super, super powerful, right? So powerful, in fact, that it takes just a huge number of heroes to take him out. And that's the gimmick. And that's what the fight plays into. And it's a cool fight. And they nerfed him, and then they buffed him, and I think he's harder now than he was. Oh, jeez. Originally. Like, he's a great boss fight. I have to say, all through Dark Souls 3, I complained about every gimmick boss that we came across. This is our first time. No, this is our second gimmick boss in Elden Ring. Our first was Renala. Renala's gimmick was in Phase 1, and it was not a bad gimmick. The first phase of that fight was very atmospheric and well put together. And so I'll accept the gimmick, especially because Phase 2 was just a straight up mage boss fight. It was straightforward. Well, I'm not gonna say it was easy, but it was very straightforward, very good, very well put together, you know. And then this is our second gimmick boss, in General Radahn. And this is a cool gimmick, you know, because the boss is hard. He's hard as hell, and the gimmick is entirely for the lore of things. None of these phantoms are doing all that much damage on their own, but if they mass up on him, they can get some damage on him. That said, in order to get things done in a timely fashion, they rely on you. Alternatively, you can just ride around and constantly summon them while avoiding Radahn like the damn plague that he has. So this is another example of a very cool and a very well thought out and well put together gimmick boss, in my opinion. I like this gimmick because the first time I fought Radahn, before he was ever nerfed or anything, it was like within the first couple days of the game being out, I summoned one guy. The summon sign was down here on this beach. He had 2 big hammers, and I had my Zweihander. And we just marched our happy asses over there and whapped his ass until he stopped moving. So that's still totally viable. To just like summon your friend and just beat the snot out of him. Certain moves are a lot harder to avoid that way, but you know, that's fine. Anyway, I digress. This seems to be where we'll be at next time. So for now, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being patient with me during the small break there. But we're not done, we're not quitting, and we're certainly not done playing Elden Ring. I will see you all in the next episode. Farewell.